Tobela, when you're going through this journey, spiritual journey, or anything like that, a lot of things, you lose a lot of things that you're used to. Like most of us, we stop working, like doing the normal jobs. Sometimes even when you're working, you just start feeling that this is not you, you are in that place, but it's like you're just there. It just doesn't make sense. You understand? Then you start worrying because now someone tells you're going to be a healer. Then you start worrying about the future, what is going to be happening, how you're going to even be working. You look around, the way or what you know about healers, or you look at those healers online as well. You're thinking, oh, they've done well. Am I going to be doing better as well, or something like that? You just start panicking about a lot of things. And if that doesn't even help, dreams as well are coming. They're so confusing. You can't even tell what is what. You understand? And you don't know what is going to be happening, whether you're going to even be able to understand your own dreams. So the whole, you just living anxiously in a mess. You understand? So this journey doesn't prepare us for this kind of things. So, and as people who don't tend to talk about things like this, like openly like that, obviously we'll talk like, oh, the way it started for me, it was that bad. But when you're self-initiating, then who do you talk to about things like that? About, oh, I can't even be around other people. I can't be around people. I just can't. My life, obviously, because when it starts, everything starts becoming like you start looking there. You look at your future. Everything sucks. You don't have money. Your job, you're not going to be there for long, because obviously you can see naturally everything just comes off. Everything is just start disappearing. You can't stop things from going. So it just puts you in that anxious kind of state. So let's not talk about how do we deal with it yet. So as healers, we go through that. Even when we're getting all these new spirits, sometimes you're working, you're getting these new people are coming in, they're speaking different languages, you don't understand in dreams, not yet talking to you. In dreams, you don't understand. Everything just becomes a mess. Where am I supposed to be going now? Where are my people going to be sending me? Things like that will put you'll start thinking like, you start looking at your life in general as it is and start panicking about what's going to be happening, where you're going to be sent, which healer you're going to be sent to, things like that. They'll put you in an anxious kind of state. Sometimes you go and initiate with other people, and you come back home, nothing is happening. Nothing happens. You don't hear from your ancestors. Nothing. You spend all the money. Now you went there positively thinking that everything's going to be solved. You go there, you come back home, nothing happens. No clients. Your ancestors are not even showing you things like coming through like what you had. You're going to be hearing from them. They're going to be talking through in your ears. You don't hear anything like that. You don't hear, people are not coming to you. Those kind of things, they'll make you worry about your future. They'll keep you in a constant state of worry, thinking. And you're not going to be thinking positive, because sometimes when you go through these kind of things, there's nothing is going to be making sense to you. Because sometimes we have to think about what could have been causing us yet. Sometimes we have to go through that state where we have to go sit still and just think about what is causing us to be feeling like this. What is causing us to be feeling like that? Because sometimes the symptoms that comes with being anxious, they are just symptoms that we get as spiritual people when we are going through these phases that we go through as healers. So sometimes because we don't feel like we can talk to other people who understand us, then we become like what can I say? It just becomes hard. Guys, this journey becomes hard. But the reason why I wanted to talk to you about it as in anxious, like using the word, how do we cope with anxiousness, is just that I want us to remember that when we are going through this journey, these kind of things are expected. We will go through those kind of things where we worry about the future. We worry about when are these people going to be appearing, the ancestors. So the moment we accept that this is how it is in our spiritual journeys, it will be easier. We won't be like that anxious where we end up having now, we start having to take other things. You understand? So we go through these things. These are stages. Sometimes you wouldn't want to be around people. You wouldn't want to be around other people because you have to be on your own so that you can face whatever it is that your people want you to deal with spiritually. Are fresh. And as well, we have to look at it in a positive way, because when you're anxious, obviously you don't think about anything positive. Everything, you just look at the worst possible scenario. These plants, my people are showing me on in my dreams. How the hell am I gonna be even getting them? I'm gonna poison people. I'm talking about. I'm using my own journey to explain how it was for me, how anxious I was, because there's no other way that I can explain anxiousness without thinking about myself. I'm gonna poison people. How the hell am I gonna even find this? They're showing me in the dreams. How am I gonna? Those kind of things. Do you understand? Now they're telling me I'm gonna have to go somewhere. My work is gonna be like this. I'm gonna be working at this place. Now, how the hell am I gonna move from where I am and be working there? This is worse. It's worse. My life has ended. Now I was not even prepared for that. It's just, I'm taking you into my anxious state, how it happens. Just the small things. I just start thinking, worrying too much about it. Overthinking is going to be worse. That is when you become anxious. Worse. Now, how about that one when you just want to be in a cave, in your own cave? You become even like, how do you say it? Everyone irritates you, including family and friends. You do not want to be around people. You're short-tempered. Those kind of things. These are the things when we're going through these journeys, guys. Sometimes we go through them. Some of us, not everyone. Not everyone goes through that. It is one of those things we go through. So we need to accept that it is how it is. It is how it is. Sometimes you think you've dealt with everything. I've gone through that stage. I'm going to be fine. Right now you're thinking positive. 2 years along the line, you go back to that state, you become anxious again because now there are other things happening as well. You understand? These are the things sometimes I'm using anxious because it is easy for us to understand when we're anxious. But sometimes this, I'm not talking about in medical terms, but these are spiritually, we go through all those things, as in spiritually. You understand? So we need to sometimes allow the process, allow whatever it is that is happening to happen to us. We need to understand, try to understand what it is, because these feelings that sometimes the way we are feeling, the frustrations, okay, vulnerable is most of us, when we're in this journey, you feel vulnerable. Anyway, that's the early stages. You just feel vulnerable. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what you're going to be dealing with. You don't know who's going to be helping you, if they've got good intentions, if they're just they just want your money or things like that. You understand? You don't even know. You will take whatever that comes first. If someone comes and convinces you, I will help you, you will take it because you're that vulnerable. This is what happens when you are opening up spiritually. This is what happens at the early stages. Yeah, we go through a lot of those things, and it's very easy. It's very easy to just feel like giving up, because what else can you do? Just imagine all these dreams that are coming that you don't know how to interpret them, and if it's been 3 months, you still don't know how to interpret dreams. How are you even going to be having a positive mental attitude to think about, well, in a year's time, I'll be fine, isn't it? I'll be able to interpret other people's dreams. it's like one of those things. Sometimes when you're going through it, you feel all that negative, everything you see as dark clouds. I mean, today I'm not talking about understanding what it is. You just see dark clouds. Everything just looks too dark. You can't even see yourself with a client, because you don't even know if you're going to be with that client and your people are going to be showing up or not showing up. That is how it feels. And the most difficult things that I found, anyway, this one didn't happen with me, is when you're self-initiating, right? And you're self-initiating through only dreams, where you don't even understand. Let's say maybe you are on your own. You've never been on these YouTube channels seeing how other people are interpreting dreams. So you don't know what you're saying. The people you're talking to, those, all they're telling you, obviously, considering sometimes we use our beliefs to interpret the dreams. You're talking to people, they're telling you something that is not what your people are showing you. They're telling you in a negative way. So obviously, you're going to be on that state now. You're going to be on that state. Everything you're going to be looking at is going to be worse. Someone is doing something to you, and they're going to be they're going to end you. They're going to even take your gifts. This one is a very important one. This one of people thinking that people will steal their gifts. To think like that, you must be living in a state of anxiousness, because you're always like worried someone is going to steal your gift, right? That one, if you're thinking like that, you'll always be worried. Someone's going to steal it. If you're like that, just be rest assured, no one's going to be stealing your gift. I'm saying that no one is going to be stealing your gift. That one, I can tell you that. They can play with your mind, play with your mind to make someone think what you want them to think. But stealing gift is impossible. But anyway, just to keep you not to be anxious as we were talking, right? So that you lose that bit. So anyway, so it is like that in this journey. It's like that. And when you're starting, it will be good to understand the chakras. To understand when the first chakra, like the root chakra, the second one, the sacral chakra, and going up there, to understand in your journey where you are. Because whatever that you're feeling at that particular moment, it will lead you to the chakra that is not balanced. Especially when you're a lot of this anxiousness and stuff, when you feel it. It's not depression. I'll put that anxiousness where things just looks nothing looks. I mean, it just looks so bad. This is what we deal with as healers. You want to work, at least if you're a healer, you want to work, and your people are not forthcoming. You are not getting other jobs because everything is like is shut. It's shut. So what do you do? You'll be anxious, right? You'll be anxious. So you need to start seeing what it is that is being shown to you. Sometimes these things are being revealed because there's this part of you that is still blocked, or maybe there's that part of you that is opening up. So when it's opening up, like the root chakra, a lot of things are going to be revealed. A lot of things are going to be going through all the stage of where you just want to be separated. You just want to be hiding in a blanket. I'm being metaphoric. You just want to be away from people, you just don't understand people. You're asking questions. What the hell is happening? Who are you? Anyone who comes to you, you listen to them properly. What are you even saying? It doesn't make sense. I want to hear spiritual stuff only. Nothing else makes sense. I'm talking about when you no longer want to deal with the physical people now. You don't want to deal with the physical world. You are in the stage of going to the spiritual place now. So you do not want to deal with the reality of things. So now you are separated. You're separated from everything. You just want to be alone. Because guys, those are the things that takes us back from what we were used to, the material life, taking us back, stripping us now. When you're being stripped of that, it's gonna be coming out as if you're deassociating from the normal things. Now you're going into this state where you don't even understand. That is the alarming beat. That is when you become like everything is just bad. That is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when we're going on this journey. It is a normal thing that we all go through. It's a normal thing. Remember that it is a normal thing. We should not be feeling, okay, obviously you're feeling bad if you're anxious. But what I'm saying is that you should not look at it in a negative way. Look at that as a you know, like when you see something, it's anything, even if it's bad, you're thinking there's a golden thing on it, something, you know, anything bad anyway, that means maybe I'm being seeing this bad thing because of something good is building me up for something really, really good. As preparation, you're preparing for something really good so that you don't become anxious. As well, with besides even meditation, if you're self-initiating, sometimes going to people who are like the healers who are playing drums and stuff like that, where if you can be around those people, the drum, around the drum, you know, sometimes it helps because you're around what your spirit need as well at that time. It helps, gives you that energy, you know, build you up a little bit. So even though you don't want to be around people, but if you can try and get yourself there, you know, get yourself there, it will help you as well, because drum is very good. It's very good. I know sometimes when you're going through this kind of things, you literally do not want to be around people. I mean, literally do not want to be around people. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that you don't have to be around people at that particular time, because it is resetting you. Sometimes when you're going through reset spiritually, you cannot be around people. You understand? Your energy needs to be protected. So somehow you naturally know that you just have to become like that, living in a cave by yourself, feeling anxious, not getting the heebie-jeebies, because obviously you won't be getting the heebie-jeebies. But anyway, so it's one of those things that we go through as healers. Remember that there are stages in this journey where sometimes you will feel like that. Even the people around you should know that sometimes you'll feel like that, because you're going through there's something happening to you. There's some stages now, they require you to be in this way. You understand? In this way. And some ancestors as well, when you are carrying those other people, they do not take nonsense. So you become like you start behaving like, okay, this is when it becomes you're too aligned. You're too aligned with your ancestors, and they cannot take nonsense. Even you, the way you start behaving when they're around. When I'm saying when they're around, I mean that when they're in charge. Because remember, when we have too many different ancestors, some they take the back seat, and then obviously there will be one who's in the doorkeeper, but sometimes the doorkeeper will go because other ancestors as well has to come forward, right? So the other ones you might be now in someone who's taking over now, who's guiding you now all the time, someone different. So they will not take nonsense. You become snappy. You cannot take kind of nonsense. People start wondering, what the hell are you acting up differently? What are you like? Because they want things to be straight. So you don't even know how to deal with the situation. These are the kind of things that gives us anxiety, guys. You start worrying because as well, it depends where you are. If you're walking around with things like, okay, they're not things. If you're walking around with our people like that, it becomes difficult. You know, it becomes difficult. It's not easy to think positive. But today we want you to think positive, because as anxiety, to beat anxiety, you have to be positive about life, isn't it? But remember, to be positive about life, you have to remember that we go through these kind of things as healers. How can you tell that your people are dealing with which chakra, especially when it comes to anxiety? Your dreams will involve a lot of things that in those dreams, there'll be a lot of, you wouldn't be dealing with things properly. You'll have a lot of insecurities in those dreams. You'll have self-doubt in those dreams. You wouldn't even know what you're doing there, what you are. So you will not be grounded, as we're talking about root chakra, right? In those dreams, when they're showing you, when they're starting with you, right? When they're starting with you, they'll be showing you those things in dreams. Your dreams will involve, sometimes when you ask, what does this dream mean? A lot of our dreams, they are working on your chakras, but they'll use different settings so that they're taking you back to the chakra, each chakra one at a time. This chakra will be dealing with this. So when you're anxious, when you're feeling like that, like you do not want to be around people, even watching me like this, you understand? It's just one of those things. You do not even want that. So you need to start looking at your dreams to see what your dreams are revealing, because your dreams will be showing you that, okay, this is just the early stages where everything that is blocked is being brought to the surface now. Anything that I'm dealing with now, this is what is causing me to be like this. The root chakra mixed up with the sacral chakra. You'll understand these two together, that now I'm dealing with earth, the water. They are not unified. So you'll be, nothing will make sense, but the dreams will make it make sense. Your dreams, your ancestors will be giving you, will make everything to make sense. And when one chakra is nicely done, is balanced, now they're going to the next one. Your dreams as well will be showing in those dreams. Things will be getting back to normal in those dreams. Whatever they're showing you will be, now you see, things are balancing nicely. Do you understand? So these things, when we are dealing with them, like physically, like this, being anxious and stuff like that, you need to try and look in your dreams, because remember, we are healers. We are healers. So if you don't have anyone talking to you about it every day, because remember, when you're with someone initiating you, every day they are asking you about your dreams, so that they can tell that, okay, this one is dealing with this bit. Let me just talk to this person like this. Even the way your healer will be talking to you, it is like they're even begging you, because they know they have to be tiptoeing, right? Because they know we are now dealing with this chakra. This chakra, this one, I need to listen to what I'm saying. I should not just open my mouth properly. I should just walk around the person. You understand? But now when you're self-initiating, you don't have someone doing that. You do not know what is happening to you. So you just have to, on your own, try and understand your chakras. Understand them. And remember, when you're starting, you have to go back to the root. Your people will be taking you back to the root. And not only the root, they might even be working around the chakras, to all the chakras at one go. So they will be not blocking one. They will be just alternating around the chakras, going up and down on the chakras with your dreams. Remember, the whole thing is about you being positive. You have to think, you have to take anything, remember, saying to someone like that, it doesn't make sense, especially when they're going through that, right? It really doesn't make sense. But I'm telling you that sometimes just the fact that you know that things like that happen to us, and it's not going to be full time. Whatever that it is that you're going through is not going to be full time. It is temporary. Things are going to get better, because sometimes things have to get like that before they get better. All those things that you're worrying about, because sometimes anxiety, it really depends on what it is that is worrying you, isn't it? What it is that is worrying you, that you keep on going on about it, thinking of the worst possible things. So you just have to remember to take it easy. Take it easy. Learn from whatever it is that you're going through at that time. Learn from it. Take your time to understand it, Stop worrying about something you don't know about the future, because obviously when we start thinking about that, oh my gosh, how is it going to be like? I'm going to be like this in the next 3 months. I'm still going to be like this, talking about dreams, trying to interpret dreams in 3 months' time. I'm still going to be like this, no job, no one coming to me. This is how it is as healers. We go through these things, guys. I'm talking about something that is normal. It's normal to us. Anyway, you're not going to only deal with yourself. You're going to be dealing with others as well. Remember that. So you're going to be dealing with, you'll be done with yours. Now you'll be dealing with someone else going through the same thing. So it is an ongoing thing. You're healed. Now you start healing others with the same things. The other ones is healed. Start dealing with others. And then you become, someone else comes, So this anxiousness is what happens to most of us. Anyway, Tobela, and